Welcome into the CHGO Bears Podcast on this Tuesday. It's Tuesday, right?
It's Tuesday.
I have
no idea.
You get a mini bye and all the days are all messed up. I can't keep track. Cole Kmet in studio, though. Most importantly, what's up, Cole?
Good to be back. Thanks for having me, guys.
This is our first live in studio appearance. Second time here. And of course, we got to talk to you Friday as well, remotely after the game. We won't grill you so much about the game today. Hopefully have some fun. Adam Hoge, Mark Carman, Cole Kmet, Greg Braggs Jr. all here.
I still have questions.
Hey, fire away, man.
I've got some deep stuff here, but go ahead, Hoge.
I feel like after our pre-show meeting where you were just showing him videos of all your bad music videos, he probably has more questions for you now.
I was fired up too. I was asking Cole about Tyson, and then he wanted to. He was dying to see the music video, and we ended up doing the secret Peterman video.
Your courage is outstanding to film those and put them on. Yeah.
So I filmed those. That was like the fourth take on each of those.
How are you not dying laughing in the background?
I had to sit through that.
Yeah. That's funny.
That is a lie, and
it is the first time. The first take, it's like, all right, this is the funniest thing ever. And then by the fourth take, you're like, someone saved me.
Secret Peterman was one take. Secret Beja Man was supposed to like 5.
You did hit your stride on.
I hit Secret Peterman. I was there.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
You take that back.
I'm impressed.
I take it back.
You don't have to say that. You can say it's terrible.
I'm impressed with the courage. That's what I'm impressed with. I mean, to film that,
he's been very clear. He has not said that the music was any good. Yeah. He has complimented Carm for basically
willing to be an idiot.
Yes, there we go.
And did you come up with the writing?
I did.
So what would you give out of 10? What would you give your writing skills?
I'm going to give myself a 7.8.
They're pretty. I'll agree. Pretty creative. Yeah.
I mean, and I do have.
He's got some in the pocket. He's got some holstered up.
Oh,
I mean, I got a great one for Justin, but he's kind of accelerated past it, so I don't. It's.
Oh my God! What is going on here?
This is the nonsense I deal with every day.
Do you know John Denver's song "Country Roads"?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Well,
it's based on. Okay.
It was based on that, but it was because that's not going to make it anymore. So I'll just give it out there. It was Justin Fields run the ball, and Justin Fields run the ball to the place you belong in the end zone, scoring touchdowns, celebrating.
See, the lyrics actually aren't bad.
That's pretty good. That's not bad. That's pretty good.
Come on.
That's pretty good.
Maybe you're like Chris Stapleton, where he had to spend years and years of writing great songs before he became the star.
That might have been it.
Maybe you're like Bernie Taupin and you just write for Elton John.
Well,
you just need an actual singer.
All this is true, but I want to segue into a real topic here because like I thought that Fields needed to run the ball to unlock the offense, but he didn't. But it didn't turn out that way. 8 touchdown passes, and you guys are on another whole level. So
yeah, well, I mean, I wouldn't say he's not running. You know, you see moving out of the pot. I would classify that as being able to run a little bit more. Yeah. I mean, because he always has that option to take off and run if he wants to. So. Yeah, I mean, defenses have kind of been backing off and playing soft with him, and it's been hard to manufacture the true run game with him. But when he gets out of that pocket, man, that threat's still there to run. So
that's definitely the thing that stood out the most. I mean, last year there was those clear adjustments made midway through the season, but a lot of it, not all of it, but a lot of it had to do with him, running and making dynamic plays on his own. This year it hasn't been that. Since that adjustment change, it's all been behind the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think you've seen just his poise in the pocket as well. The past couple of games has been great, and his anticipation with throwing and knowing where he wants to go with the ball pre-snap. That's been pretty cool to see. So hopefully we can continue that, keep rolling along with it, and defenses are going to adjust here and see what we've kind of done these past 2 games, and we just got to be able to adjust back and make plays going forward.
Obviously, things sort of got unlocked on Thursday night. It started probably against the Broncos, but why do you think on a short week it just sort of just clicked?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's just kind of how this game is at times. Like things just happen, and then you get in ruts sometimes, and you don't know why, but you just got to kind of fight through it. I mean, when you got, I think this past Thursday, DJ doing things with the ball after the catch is really special, and but then again, that goes to Justin's decisiveness as a thrower, knowing where he wants to go with the ball pre-snap and executing those throws, all those things. So it was cool to look at the tape this past week, just because there was still so much that we left out on the table as well. So, I think we got a lot of potential as an offense, and the dudes up front have been playing great as well too. And I've actually thought that since the beginning of the year. And the skill groups, we just had to catch up a little bit in our execution. But I think there's a lot left that we left out there, and a lot more to go for sure.
Is DJ as cool as he seems? Seems like the most chill cat of all time.
He's super chill. He loves cooking at home, so we're always talking about like different meals that he's making. He seems like a big fan of ramen, but he's always trying to get the noodles right. Can't get them quite, or the noodles. He'll talk about like not getting them quite al dente. So he's a precise DJ.
Yeah, he's looking. He's not just running routes the way he does his precise action.
Right,
he does it with the ramen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, Cole, do you dig on the ramen? Are you a ramen guy?
I like ramen. Yeah, I've never made ramen at home. My mom makes a good ramen bowl.
Do you go to Mitsuwa?
I have been to Mitsuwa. I have been. Very good.
Amazing.
Yes, very good.
Well,
yes.
One of Arlington Heights' finest spots.
Yes.
All right, Lawrence.
Japanese grocery store. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
It's unbelievable. Yeah.
Their food court's crazy. I was
Yeah.
just there like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's awesome.
By the way, I do think we need to acknowledge Happy Connor Bedard Day to everybody who celebrates. Big day in the city. That's why a lot of us rocking some of our hockey gear here at CHGO.
Yeah, they were making fun of me about my Zubaz hat.
I mean, it's a sick hat, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sick hat.
That's
come on.
The old timer.
Come on. You would not put that. Cole, you would not put that on your head.
I couldn't put it on my head. He can though. It looks good on him.
I pull it off.
Yeah, he pulls it
Not
off well.
everybody can pull it off.
You look
Carm.
ridiculous.
I mean, I respect your willingness to look ridiculous. Is similar to the song whole situation, but
Rocking the Meatball Island with the Zubaz.
But I think you think the hat looks good. Like you,
I think the hat looks good.
Right. Yeah.
That's the only way you can wear it is if you feel it.
What are you feeling?
I feel good.
Okay.
Feeling ready to roll.
Okay.
I like Cole's hat. That's the Jimmy Graham.
Yeah, this is
hat,
Jimmy's foundation. So you only get the hat if you go on the helicopter with him.
Yeah.
So I went on the helicopter with him, and I actually drove the helicopter for a little bit.
Drove the
Yeah,
helicopter?
I did. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Me and my buddy at the time was he went to Miami, the U. So we went down there, for a spring break deal during the off season, and I told Jimmy we were down there. So then Jimmy set up a deal with the Huey helicopter, and when we got up there, he's like, "All right, you're gonna take over here in a few seconds," and then I was maneuvering this thing around Miami for a good 15
That's
minutes.
insane.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. But it was really cool. Really cool.
How wild is it with Jimmy Graham when he's doing all his?
It's crazy. Well, with most people, I would not do that stuff just because wouldn't trust him. But like Jimmy's so like detailed in everything he does, and like, I mean, when we got there, it was you better lock in because he was cussing us out to get in our seats and buckle up, and don't move unless I say you move. All those things. So you're feeling good when he gets up in the air. He knows what he's doing.
That's leadership we needed.
There's no doors on that thing, is there? Or is there?
No, we were strapped in. So
It's
I mean,
crazy.
he tilts it, and you're like leaning over, and the straps are holding you in. Yeah, it's crazy.
Jimmy Graham had low key one of my it's not favorite's not the right word, but the way he walked off that playoff game in New Orleans. Like, I know you guys lost and it didn't feel good, but you had to laugh about that later. Like,
He's fantastic.
do you guys remember this? Like, so
I do.
So
That's Jimmy to a T. That's fantastic.
The game's over. Jimmy Graham catches his touchdown as time expires, and he just goes straight up the tunnel. Like, yep, that's it.
Yeah.
And it was so funny. And there's a Brandon Faber was standing right down there in the end zone, and he just sort of like looks and follows him up the tunnel. It was like something about it made me laugh so hard. I just found it really entertaining.
That's Jimmy. That's Jimmy to a T. Yeah. No, that was pretty funny.
Like, and I'm out.
Yeah.
And
I'm
that's
done.
it. And I don't know if being in New Orleans had something to do with it too, but he's still with the Saints, right?
Yeah, he just got back with him.
He scored a touchdown.
Scored a touchdown. Yeah, he ran a nice little 5-step in cut. Yeah, scored. Yeah, it was good to see. So hopefully get him more tugs down there with Derek Carr.
All right.
Not when you guys play.
In a few
Yeah, just
weeks.
not. Yeah, right.
That
Just
week.
not when we play him. Yeah,
That
right.
defense
Getting
is
goose-egged that week.
going to be an interesting week for you.
Yeah. Let's take it 1 week at a time, man.
One week at a
I'm on
time.
Minnesota
It's all
right
about the
now. Come
Vikings.
on,
I'm
let's
not
go.
good at that. I talk about everything.
Yeah, I can't.
Adam yelled at me
I
because I'm
can't do
talking
that.
about off season.
Oh my!
I talk about all
What
scenarios.
the hell?
I talk about all scenarios.
We're in October,
I'm
man.
I'm focused on this week. I
And
just
the
can't help
draft. You're
myself.
focused on this week in the NFL draft.
Oh my
in April.
God,
I'm
that's
focused
insane.
on. Well, I mean, Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm talking about a lot of different things. I can't help myself.
Oh wow!
Don't do it.
I'm not doing it.
Don't go down the rabbit hole.
Got me in
or
trouble
I'll
last
go
night.
Kick us off the set.
All right. Okay. So let's. Should we do a little Minnesota? Can we do Minnesota?
We can do Minnesota.
All right, let's do Minnesota.
Well, more so than Minnesota. Let's just talk about you guys. Like, do you feel like the offense is about to be in a spot where we can do what we've done the last 2 weeks moving forward? Like you like sort of. I mean,
Yeah,
you never know.
Well, that's sure the hope. I mean, I'm not going to come out here and be like, oh yeah, we're taking off from here. You know, we're good and there's going to be no issues going forward because that's hard to account for. You know what I mean? So, but I definitely think you can see our potential as to what we can play to and with the players that we got. And I think as we get the line up front shored up where we're playing with guys and we're more cohesive up there, I think that's a big deal. We haven't really had that whole 5-unit.
Nate looked.
Oh, he's fantastic, super athletic, man, and
powerful.
Yeah. Oh, he's great. Yeah, I mean, he can really bend at his size, and he's got some great power. And obviously, Darnell's like I was telling you guys last episode, just really special, I think, and in terms of his athletic ability at his size, it's you don't really see it a lot in the league, and I think just the more reps he gets and the more he knows kind of what he's doing out there, he's just going to keep getting better and better. So I think getting that cohesion up front's going to be big, and obviously us in skill group, just keep going, and guys are going to play DJ differently. So now it's going to be on me and Moon to take over some of those things in the one-on-one matchups, and then when the defense shades back, like you go back to DJ, all those things. So we got a lot of weapons that we can deploy, but it just again I think it just comes down to our execution.
You're paying off, by the way. Just so you know, I've got little love on you each week on your overs. So I'm like Cole's getting the football. I mean they're sleeping on you. They have not adjusted to what's going on. So thank you.
Yeah, no, it's been nice working underneath. You got DJ and Moon over top, so it's nice for me to work underneath like that.
So how do you actually feel it like mid game when you got somebody like DJ Moore out there commanding extra attention just as the tight end more in the middle of the field?
Yeah, well, I think what was interesting against Washington is I don't know how much in game adjustments they really made. Because they did bring some zero still, even with DJ out there, and he's gonna make you pay if you're gonna do that, and Justin's able to get the ball out in time. So, but I think for me, what I've noticed in the first couple games, these first 5 weeks is when he's catching those daggers over the middle or those sail routes, 20 plus yards down the field, like teams are getting more soft, and I've noticed just on I'm just chipping to the flat, like those are way more open than they were in years past, and you're allowed more yards after catching those scenarios. So instead of getting tackled, you're getting swarmed at 6 yards. I'm getting 10 yards on those things. So, those are the things that when you have a good receiving unit like we do, and you got guys that can stretch the field like that, it obviously benefits me and even our running backs underneath.
Taurine Whitfield brought it up in the chat, and certainly some talking about guys that can stretch the field. Tyler Scott, now that it seems like more opportunities going to open up at wide receiver. Like how much of an adjustment has it been for him? Because like at camp, to me, he separates as good as anyone. He reminds me a lot of Johnny Knox from years back, and I'm excited to see him really get his teeth into the offense.
Yeah, well, obviously his speed is outstanding, and I mean, I just think for any rookie, it's so hard to come in and just be like and produce and be awesome right away, just because it's not necessarily his athletic ability, it's just him getting reps. You know what I mean? So I think the more as he gets reps in this offense, the more we're going to be able to use him, and he can do some really cool things with the ball in his hands. And but yeah, I think for him it's just about seeing defenses, and that's the one thing as a young player, and when you're growing in this league, is just to get as many reps and as many sights in the defense as you can. So the more he gets that, I think the better off he'll be. The more he'll have an understanding of what he's doing out there, and I think he'll be able to take off from there.
So Mooney doesn't get a catch last week. Justin missed him a couple times, whatever. DJ goes for 230 yards. Then after the game, Darnell goes on Twitter and salutes DJ.
Yeah.
Just can we talk about?
I mean, that's the type of dude he is.
Yeah, can we just I'm sure there's a ton of stuff that we don't see of just what type of teammate he is. I thought that was. I mean, just even that was amazing. But there's got to be stuff where there's reasons why you guys love him.
Yeah, I mean, well, he really is one of my best friends, and I think from the moment we both got here, we kind of have that same work ethic mindset, and we just like going to work, and we push each other every day, and we're always in the weight room together, and he's outstanding in terms of his competitiveness and his work ethic. And at the end of the day, like Darnell, truly all he cares about is winning, and he'll do what. And if you guys watch him block like this past game, like we missed on a couple balls there and there. I thought the one in the end zone probably could have been DPI, but I mean, most guys would sulk or be maybe a little pissed off about what was going on, and not getting the ball in his hands or not clicking, and the dude's just fighting his ass off there blocking, and it's so cool to see. And when you got players doing that, you can really go far and do some cool things.
160 pounds.
Yeah, I mean he's got to be a little more than that.
180.
I don't know. You're not 160.
160.
He's not 200. Okay, fine.
He's pretty wired up.
I'm not saying he's not.
He's pretty wired up. He's pretty wired up. I don't know what he's listed at. He's pretty wired up right now.
Whatever it is, just him throwing his body in there. It's
great.
That's what I'm
it's
trying
great.
to underline.
Yeah, for sure.
He's taking on dudes that are 50 pounds more.
Yeah,
and okay, let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so cool to see.
Yeah.
Let's see what he's listed at. 173.
Okay, thank you. I mean, I'm not.
Okay, you're not too far off.
5'11", 173. It seems like I don't.
That's where I'm trying to get.
Yeah, 173.
I got a long road to go. I'm working on it.
It's a bad trend over there, but
I quit the Taco Bell. I'm not.
you did?
I'm not binging Taco
Okay.
Bell
Oh
anymore.
shoot, I forgot your Uncrustables. I got to bring those next time.
okay.
Yeah, I'll bring a box. I'll bring them next time. That's
I'm
on
gonna
me.
bring you a banana. Just it opens and it's there and it's delicious.
Banana. I love bananas.
He's aware of
What are you
bananas.
doing? You don't
He's
know
not
what Uncrustables are.
anti-banana. He's just a proponent of Uncrustables.
I'm just okay. All right. Uncrustables probably got some preservatives and stuff. And
Absolutely, they do.
Right. I want a nice clean banana.
Get out of here. You got to try an Uncrustable.
I'm sure they have bananas in the locker room too.
We do, yeah.
It's a football locker room. There's bananas.
Dude, but when you're burning, like when you're at your trainer, like tomorrow, or whatever, like you're burning all these calories, like you're gonna want to, it'll get you through the rest of the workout.
All right, I'm gonna bust an Uncrustable tomorrow. That's
oh my god, that's foul language.
Did I say that wrong?
Bust
Yeah, I
an
think you said that
Uncrustable.
wrong.
Yeah, you can't say that.
All right, I'm gonna try an Uncrustable.
That is insane.
Cole, he says all kinds of
I
flavors.
mean,
What's wrong
that's
with the
crazy.
busting the crust? All right, let's go.
Oh, yeah,
Now you just made it worse.
Yeah.
You know what he calls cocktails? Do you want
What's
to know
that?
this?
Oh
Couple-
my god.
Cockies.
Couple of cockies. Want to go out, have a couple of cockies? Let's go. We had it on the show. We had him on the
every
show.
time he says
Dude,
this.
it's
April.
There's something wrong
so
with it.
foul.
I'm not sure if I'm assuming it is the same April who came
That
from
is,
Utah.
yeah. From Idaho. Good job.
April from Idaho brought us some koozies with the cockies. It was great.
This is one of my backpack over there.
Oh, there you go. I had it last night on After Dark.
Here we go.
Hoge.
Did you really get kicked out of your tennis match last night? Do you want to talk about this? Or
I mean I
We
don't,
have to?
but
what did you do?
let's just.
The
Well, this is Cole's time, but just a quick
Well, then I'm gonna
synopsis.
follow up and
No,
ask
yeah, I
Cole if
wanna
he ever
hear
got
this.
kicked out of a game.
Yeah.
A quick synopsis was this. Listen. I play high level recreational tennis, but I don't do this drill often. And the guy that runs the drill, he's got a bug up his ass for me, whatever. And he's like, so I show up before I've even I'm walking out on the court. He's like, you got to tell me when you're coming out for this. And I'm like, so it's a 4-5 drill. Now he is not letting me play 4-7-5, which is the next level up. But 4-5, I played in this drill a ton of times. You got to tell me when you're coming out. Or I'm like, and I looked around at who's out there. I'm like. I'm the only one that plays 4 or 5 matches here, and I could beat everybody here. So I didn't.
wow.
Enough with your noise. But so
and these other people are probably like.
So you got in a
67.
chirping battle with this guy.
I got in a chirp. Yeah, and so but like
How old
one
is this guy?
He's like
in his
40,
He's calling
40,
out the
46.
The 70-year-old.
So the people that I said this to, that I just taunted, they like one of them just looked at me like I was nuts, and I'm like, that's right.
You think he's watching the show right now? You complain about this?
but whatever. Right? But we start the drills, and now I'm in my head a little bit, and I'm not like perfect like right out of the gates. I got to find a rhythm. So I start flying some balls, and he just starts going at me. And then we were doing one drill. I missed 3 forehands in a row, and he comes at me, and so I'm like, dude, I'm out of here, and I left because the guy I was a full attack badger. So
you left on your own will.
I left on my own will.
Okay.
But he basically was pushing me off the court.
Pushing you out.
And so Now I'm worried that this dude's he's a little volatile. So I'm worried about my future because he might, these places they know where I live. So I gotta strategize my safety here at this point because I'm thinking about doing something violent the next time I see him.
I think you guys all need to settle down.
No. Do not.
Recreational tennis.
Sadly for me, the only thing I care about in life is recreational tennis.
This is what he does. This is what when we played golf during the summer, we almost killed each other on the course down in Indy. This is what Mark does. He gets everybody.
That was the worst round of golf in my life.
Really?
You are not.
We almost killed each other.
You are
on the course
not.
one
That
day. Lawrence was there too.
No.
He does this.
Back to.
Are you bad at golf?
No,
Yeah.
he's just so
Yes,
competitive.
and it was you that the golf was yours.
you.
Okay.
All right, whatever.
Okay. I didn't care about that.
Super
at all.
competitive. That's good to know.
Did you ever get kicked out of a game?
I've never been kicked out of a game. No. I mean, I've had some personal fouls and stuff, but no, never been kicked out of a game. Never had an incident like that.
What
happen.
about trouble in school? Did you ever get kicked out of class?
No. I was kind of goody two shoes in school, honestly. I was not that I hated being there in class, but I was very just get through the day and mind my own business, and then get to football or baseball practice right
Did
after.
they have any special name for detentions at St. Viator? Because I went to St. Ignatius, they call them jugs. Justice under God.
Wow.
Yeah,
that is intense.
Yeah.
Sense, yeah.
It's
that sounds intense.
Yeah, I don't know if that's still a thing or not. Maybe I think we have a couple
Justice
Ignatius alums in the
under
chat,
God.
but jugs. And I think I only had like 2 or 3 my entire high school, but they were like terrifying when you got one.
I mean, I got a detention because I had like 3 absences or whatever throughout the year. Like that was my one. But like you just do like some charity work. But no, that sounds pretty intense.
So you would skip school, maybe with your buddies. Somebody gets called out?
It was no. It was like unexcused absences because I went to like Notre Dame spring practice for the day, and they couldn't excuse. You know what I mean? Like something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They wouldn't look.
Wait, you're not going to Arlington International Race
I
Course?
think they'd let it.
One of those days might have been that. That might have been.
They want to give you a pass for that. I mean, come on.
I know. I guess when you go to like 6 or 7 of them throughout the year, they start being like, okay, we can't keep excusing these. So
shoplifting, throwing acorns at cars, overcharging people, delivering pizza. Any of these?
No, I would never do
Are
that.
you just listing your own resume?
Yes,
I would never do that. Never do that. No, I would never do that.
Found his
Okay.
resume.
You're a troublemaker, Carm.
I was a little wayward as a child, but we've turned it around. Thankfully.
Now you're just yelling at old men playing tennis.
The guy wasn't old. Yes, correct.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Quick time out here. More with Cole Kmet in a second. But I want to make sure you are getting hooked up with Circa Sportsbook, now live in Illinois. They offer tight money line splits, the low hold model. Games will strive to be at a -110 split on the Circa Sports menu. Unlike other sportsbook, they charge more juice. That's what we're getting at here. At other places, Circa takes care of you, so they keep as little money as possible on large market bets, especially compared to other books. And they wanted to let us know today, with the Connor Bedard hype going on here, Circa Sports Illinois is going to be putting up goal and shot props for Connor Bedard on every game coming up here. But for today, he is plus 195 to score a goal. Come on, Bedard's going to score tonight. How could he not?
Got it.
I'm saying this as I know nothing about hockey. I know he's good at hockey, and he likes to score goals.
You're a hockey guy. You have some hockey.
Yeah,
I
look at
was.
you wearing that shirt. Oh,
Yes.
Captain, my captain.
This is a great shirt. He's -225 not to score. Shots on goal set at 2.5. The over is -150. The under is 130. So there's some stuff from Circa that they're offering you there. And they also offer high app limits, transparency. Circa Sports does not limit players based on their winnings. Every player has the same limits, unlike other books who do limit winning players. Download the Circa Sports Illinois at circasports.com/Illinois-app.
Yeah, read the chat at your own
This
risk.
is hysterical right
Read
now.
the chat at your own risk.
Yeah. This is your first time seeing the chat, isn't
Yeah.
it?
This is hysterical.
Everybody needs to chill.
Also, be on the
COVID
lookout for
poops.
Circa events, watch parties, and tailgates. If you're somebody you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-426-2537. Text GAMB to 833-234. Visit areyourreallywinning.com.
All right, and shout out to our friends at Game Time Tickets. Download the Game Time app and get yourself in at the best prices, and also get yourself $20 off on your first purchase. I'm looking at Game Time for Bears and Vikings on Sunday. You can get in and see Cole Kmet from the upper corner right now for $163. That's with fees. With fees, baby. Let's go. Come on now. Let's step on up.
With fees. I love it.
Step on it. I mean, you got to give it.
Yeah.
This is. I mean, we want the real price here.
Right.
Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the start of the event, so you can wait, and maybe it'll go down from there. I always like to wait, but sometimes you got to see the market and be the market and feel it. But even after an hour it starts, you could come to our tailgate, and then an hour later, come on in. Get yourself nice and ready to go to the football game, and then get your best price. Exclusive flash deals, sponsor deals on tickets, football, basketball, baseball, concerts, comedy, theater, all of it. Here's what you do. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use the code CHGO, $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem the code CHGO for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, the lowest prices guaranteed.
I got what?
Well, I was going to say, now that we're halfway through the show, a lot of people watching, we're very close to a big subscriber mark.
Oh, yeah.
And I just thought, if you haven't hit subscribe yet to our channel, what are you waiting for? It's time.
Yeah, you got to hit subscribe.
There it is.
What are we doing?
There it is.
I think we're a few hundred away from 40,000, right?
40K.
So,
Yeah.
and there's probably some new people here watching today with Cole Kmet in studio. So please hit that subscribe button. We're here every day at noon. Bears talk every day, and of course we cover all the teams. We got the Cubs show coming up at 1.
I mean, our Hawks guys are
20.
in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
That's right. We have you covered tonight.
Nuts. I don't who thought that was a good idea?
I did.
It's going to be great. I'm excited. I just wish I was there.
By the way, we also have people. I just sent you this love. We have. I have some people on Twitter that are tweeting me pictures of Uncrustables saying they're enjoying the show over lunch.
That is fantastic. That's
There
fantastic.
it is. There it is.
Start the wave.
Is that a grape Uncrustable? Is that a strawberry Uncrustable?
We got we're
It
going
doesn't-
great.
They have new honey ones that are really good.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do like honey.
I mean that's the classic right
All
there.
the talk. Uncrustables and everybody in the chat talking about your lost and found Jays. I saw
are they?
Brenda and a few
I see
other
'em.
people. They saw it from the picture.
Aren't those the ones? Why are they called lost and found?
Because they were lost and now they're found.
Okay.
Because they brought them back, right?
See, my
Last year.
hip
How
lobes.
old were you when you
Let's not
first
get you
dunked?
hurt.
When I first dunked,
Yeah.
I think I dunked in 8th grade.
Wow.
Into 8th grade.
Wow.
Do you understand the life that you get to lead? Dunking balls in 8th grade? That's amazing.
Yeah, 8th grade.
I'm so jealous. That's awesome.
I have one career dunk.
Really?
No, you didn't.
Yes, when it was not in a game. It was playing horse against. What was his name? De'Aaron Williams, I want to say. He was a Wisconsin basketball player when I was
Yeah.
at Wisconsin. And we're in the gym, and we're playing horse, and he finally got frustrated with me and just goes up and dunks it because he's like, you can't do this.
can't
And
do it.
I've always been so close. I can't do it anymore. This was like almost 20 years ago now. And I got up there, and it was not a clean dunk. I raised my hand. It was not clean. The ball kind of
Fingertips.
it was over. It just sort of bounced around, and then it went in. I'm counting it as
That
my
counts.
one career
Counts.
dunk.
Oh wait, I have to go back. I remember you said, "Have I ever been kicked out of a game?" So I played Park District in high school, the basketball league or whatever in Palatine.
Sure.
And I didn't sign up for it. And my dad was like, "You can't be playing, and you can't be getting hurt like in these things." I was already committed to ND and stuff.
Right.
But I was like, I gotta just come out and play. So one of the guys wasn't playing, one of our buddies. So I took his jersey. Jersey was super tight. Showed up, and they were like, "Who is this guy?" And then you're not allowed to dunk in the league, and I slammed one to end the game, and then they kicked us out.
I mean, but
But it was pretty cool. It was pretty electric.
That's a great ending.
It was great. It was
It's
like
like Jimmy Graham against the Saints in the
walk-off.
playoffs.
Yeah,
Just
walking off.
Jam it, get out of
walking
there.
off.
You're
Yeah.
out. Why? We've never talked about this. Why did you choose Notre Dame?
Yeah. Well, so growing up, I was always fantasized with the Florida team with Urban Meyer, and so that was the team. Like I was like, I want to go to Florida and play for Urban Meyer my whole life. I was like, that's what I wanted to do. And then, when I started getting recruited, he was at Ohio State. So then it became like I want to go to Ohio State. And as you start getting recruited, like you start feeling some things out. And Ohio State was awesome. Like went to Urban Meyer's office, and he put all the championship rings on my brother's hand, and my brother's like, you got to go here. You got, like, he's flashing the rings, all that stuff. So I was like pretty certain I was going to commit. But 2 days later I had a visit at Notre Dame that I had scheduled. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go do it and see it out. And it was a perfect day, and it was awesome, and showed me around. And it was like, I could definitely tell just more of a fit for me. And then the addition of being able to play baseball was a big deal as well. So yeah, I mean, having the tight end tradition, being able to play baseball close to home still, the network that they have here in Chicago is fantastic. So yeah, there was a lot of things that kind of ended up steering me that way then.
What year was the first year you got D1 offers?
After my sophomore year in high school, I did well my sophomore. I was on varsity my sophomore year, but I was still growing a lot. I grew like 3 inches that off season, and I was going to camps, and there were some coaches that my dad had played with back when he was playing ball, and they were at certain colleges, and I went down to Louisville for a camp, and I did really well, and they were the first one to offer me that sophomore year, and then from there just kind of started to take off. So
how hard would it be if Deion Sanders walked in your living room as a high school kid?
I was saying now, like, that's the place to go. I mean, holy cow, he's got that thing buzzing. I mean, you talk about like swag and just the atmosphere there, and being in Boulder's not a bad deal either. So yeah, that'd be hard to pass up now. I mean, especially with what he's got going on.
Did ND help you a lot in the classroom? Did you have a lot of tutors and all that stuff?
Yeah, definitely available.
Didn't need it.
No, I don't want to say I didn't need it. I definitely needed help, especially during baseball season when I was doing both at the time. Yeah. And I literally only had a couple hours every day to do homework, so I had to like figure out how to be really, really good about that. So, but there was so much help that they have there. They don't do the homework for you, I'll tell you that. Okay. But they definitely a lot of help, a lot of support system, but I mean, school's no joke there. I always tell people it's no joke. Like, it is. It's very hard, very hard.
I believe it. What if you had to highlight the most fun that you ever had playing football, high school, college, now?
Yeah,
just pure enjoyment of playing the game. What would you say?
It has to be high school. You just can't be. There's nothing. You're just playing it for the guys you've played with since you were so young. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's like where the true love of the game grows, and those are some of the best memories. I remember. I think my favorite game I played in was. My senior year against Boylan Catholic, we were underdogs. It was the first round of the playoffs. We ended up winning the game, but my brother was brought up for the varsity game, and I think he had 2 sacks in the game, and it was just it's a lot of fun when you get to do that with all your best friends. Then my brother got brought up, and be able to play a football game with him was really cool too.
Yeah, I mean, I asked the question because I'm like, you guys, whatever, you're making the money, you're in the NFL, you got the spotlight on you, you get to be on the CHGO Bears podcast. I mean,
right,
these are all the things.
So many benefits,
you get to sing songs with Carm.
Yeah.
But there's like there's just such a huge spotlight and a weight on like that you got to perform that it, like, I wonder, like, is it actually fun? Like,
yeah. No, I mean, it's not a lot of the times. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, when things aren't going right or going your way, it's very hard. It's very hard and difficult to navigate through. But at the end of the day, we are professional athletes and we do this for a living. And if we weren't able to handle all these things, we wouldn't be in this situation. So but it is nice to kind of look back on the high school days when things were worry free and
right.
You did whatever out there on the field, and what you did on tape wasn't ridiculed the next day.
Right. See. Hoge?
Yeah, there's some ridiculing still a little bit.
Yeah.
Chris Peguero here with $4.99 Super Chat says, Cole, you scrimmaged my high school team your senior year. You're the GOAT. Keep up those fantasy points, baby.
Love it.
By the way, and ask Cole if he remembers hitting a bomb against my friend in his baseball senior night against Elgin Academy. He also struck me out in 3 pitches.
Yeah, that was a good game for me. I remember that one. Yeah, in Elgin. Yeah.
That was from Murtaza.
Yeah.
Yeah, $4.99 Super Chat. By the way, Vidar, big win over Montini last week.
Big win. I was at that game. Really big win. They had like a 15-minute fireworks show for their homecoming or senior night.
Wow.
Kind of crazy. I was like, what is going on here? This is ridiculous. We ended up pulling it out. So that was a good win for the boys at Vidar. Yeah.
4-3, I believe.
Yeah.
One more win.
Need one more win to make playoffs.
Eligible?
Yeah.
So, and your brother is the starting quarterback there?
Quarterback. I think they got St. Ignatius. They got that kid. I guess they got a
Justin
stud.
Scott. Yeah, he's going to. I don't know if he committed to Miami.
But high-end
Ohio
recruit.
State.
Is
Yeah,
what,
he's got offers from
Yeah,
everywhere.
so they don't know about that game, I don't think. But I don't know who they ended with. But yeah, I heard they're pretty good over there. So we'll see what happens.
The Catholic League is just insane.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's hard games every single week. So I want to ask you this. We got to meet your parents at the tailgate last week, almost 2 weeks ago now. What was it like growing up in the Kmet house? Your dad just seems like he's just hilarious.
Well, I mean, it was fun, competitive for sure. I mean, especially between me and my brother. I mean, I remember like my first time wanting to play tackle football because my dad wanted me to be a golfer like growing up, you know, and then
Like me.
yeah, right. And then we got into we really got heavily into baseball. Like we were more, I would say, growing up, baseball was the number one sport for sure. And then as we were getting a little bit older, I think it was my 7th grade year, I was like, okay, I want to play tackle. Or no, I said this in my 6th grade year. I was like, I want to play tackle. Well, my dad was like, well, if I can pick you up and throw you to the ground without crying, then you can play tackle. So then I was like, I'm good. Never mind. So then the next year,
Cole's dad is.
And your dad's like what, 6'6"?
big.
yeah, I mean he's my size. Like he played in the league for a little bit.
If I can pick you up and throw you to
that
the ground,
that was his comment. So
I would have started crying before he finished the sentence. Keep
yeah,
going.
no, and then you know I went back to him. I think the next year, whatever it was, and we were like, all right, no, we want to play. We're ready to go. He's like, you sure? And I'm like, yeah. And like there was no hesitation in it. So he's like, all right, we'll get going. So then we did a 2-week training camp, me and my brother, before the training camp of Pee Wee football, and he would take a like one of those boxing bags out in the field, and we would just be running with the ball, and he would throw the punching bag at us, and we have to shed the punching bag and keep running. And we're doing all these crazy drills, getting us in shape for football camp and stuff. But to his credit, we were the best in shape when we got there. So
I was gonna say that's a great dad right there.
oh, he's the best. He's the
Hurling
best.
body bags at
Yeah. He's been the number one coach for me at the end of the day, but also you know my biggest fan as well. So you know he's had times where he's had to be the coach, and you know now he's at a time where he's just the number one fan. So I think he likes it right now.
Do you ever read the letter to your younger selves that they do at the Players Tribune? You ever read it? No, I don't. It's just interesting, the parents and how I love the stories of parents that see their kids that got to the NFL or the NBA or professional tennis or whatever. And the one that stood out to me was to a tennis player, Caroline Wozniacki, 13-year-old.
Shocking that.
I know.
Tennis.
Yeah. Well, but the dad said to the kid, like, "Hey, I will help you.
Yeah.
You're talented. You're winning all these tournaments. But the first time that you don't want to go to practice, the first time that you're complaining about this and that, then
It's done.
It's
Yeah,
done.
absolutely.
It's done. I'll do everything I can for you. But so I don't know if there's anything that would sort of relate to.
Yeah, no, I think my dad was definitely like, he never like pushed it on us. You know, you could almost feel him actually trying to get us away from football a little bit. I think he wanted us to go the more safer route with baseball. But at the end of the day, when we made the decision to do something, they were, you know, both my parents in full support and, you know, gave us every opportunity to succeed in whatever we wanted to do. So, yeah, definitely grateful for that.
When you were at Notre Dame, was there any debate over which path you were going to choose between baseball and football, or was it pretty clear that football was?
Yeah, no, I mean, early on it was tough because in high school, we had just won the state championship, and then I reported for football a week later. So I was like in baseball mode, and look, football practice is not fun. Like it's just not. It's like it sucks a lot of the times, and you're doing it day after day, like in camp. Like it sucks. It's not easy. But yeah, so I reported to Notre Dame, and I was still in baseball mode, and you go through the summer workouts, and at ND, if anyone had Matt Bayless, it is a grind, an absolute grind. And you come out of that, you're like, holy cow. And then you get into the season. And my freshman year camp was tough. And I had a coach who really pushed me. And, you know, you start to question, like, is this the sport for me? You know, all those things. And you go back and forth with it. And, you know, I just stuck with it. And and my freshman ended up being great. And Then going to baseball that following spring was awesome, and was still like kind of in the balance. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but it kind of just panned out where at the end of my junior year, they were like, hey, like you could be a late first, early second round pick. And, that's when you kind of have to sit down with your family and start making decisions on things. And it was hard. I was very close to coming back so I could play baseball for another year. But at the end of the day, football won over, and I'm glad it did.
Where do you think you learned the I'm not going to quit? Like I think a lot of people are like, this is too hard. Grass is green over there. You clearly did not do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I think a lot of that just comes from how I was raised, and the people around me. I think my number one dude, my brother, who we're so competitive with one another, and we never let each other quit on anything. And he's kind of there to be the one to hold me accountable on things, and I hold him accountable on things, and in whatever it is, whether it's something in school, social life, or on the field. And we push each other. And my brother, I mean, I look at what he's gone through this past 3-4 years. He had a terrible ankle injury, and the way he's come back from it and stuck it out, and his whole class has transferred from ND since his freshman year, and he's the one guy that's stayed there the whole time, through a lot of crap. So we just kind of push each other through that stuff, and just kind of our mentality on things.
Right, because Jeff Smarja, right? He had that decision.
It's like a superpower.
It's
a superpower right there.
To play baseball or football.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe that he didn't go to play football. As great of a wide receiver as he was in college, he ended up, working itself out for as much money as he made in baseball.
Yeah.
Did it for you? Would it have come down to like a money? If you had known that you were going to make the kind of money Jeff made in baseball, would you have gone that way, or was your
I don't know if it's ever really been for me. It's never like a money thing, like comparing, because I mean, at the end of the day, like if you're making it, like the money's gonna be good either way. But it was more just about doing, kind of just going where I felt like I was kind of called to go. The football opportunity for me at the end of the day, like my dream has always been to be a professional athlete. I didn't know if that would be football or baseball. And when I got the opportunity, you're kind of just playing just to play. Like even in college, like you're just not really thinking that this could potentially happen. And when the grades start coming back and you see kind of where your career could pan out from there, I was like, okay, let's do it. And honestly, in my head, I was thinking, I was so young at the time, and I'm still young. I was thinking, all right, I'll do it now. And if football doesn't work out, like I could try and go back to baseball.
What kind of pitcher were you?
So I was a lefty. I was a closer in college.
Lefty.
Yeah,
wow.
Closer. I'd sit like 91 to 93. My topped out 96. Best pitch was my slider. So, definitely had looks for baseball, and I definitely could have gone down that path. The journey's a little longer than the football one for sure, but
like Smarja got like a crazy minor league deal that you don't really see to like.
Yeah, right. And it worked out for him. It was funny. I saw something where he was like at one point ranked the 30-something best pitcher in baseball, and Calvin Johnson, who was in the same class as him, was the number one ranked receiver in football. And like the disparity of how much more Jeff was making than Calvin Johnson was pretty crazy to see. So
yeah, that makes sense.
We have a super chat that I think sort of plays in here. Luke saying, Cole, who was your favorite baseball player growing up?
My favorite baseball player was Aramis Ramirez, third baseman for the Cubs. I loved the way he played. He was my favorite guy to watch.
Nice.
That was a transformational deal for the Cubby back then.
Yeah.
2003.
Yeah.
20-year anniversary of a lot of interesting things coming up this month.
That's true, Barman and all. I want to know what the Greg Baggs Jr. Super Chat 199. What's your
parody account?
Yeah.
So it's not actually you.
This is not me.
I mean,
where did they get this photo?
That's me in a hot tub.
That's
in
actually,
Indianapolis, when you guys were practicing there,
at 8 in the morning
in August, we had an Airbnb near, actually right down the road from the practice facility. That place was sweet, by the way. Just the whole area.
It's a great photo.
I couldn't sleep.
So you were outside in a hot tub by yourself taking selfies.
Smoking a cigar.
I mean, there was a
heavily
cigar.
drinking till 2 in the morning.
Heavily drinking. Calm down. But I was drinking.
Yeah,
till 2 in the morning, and then getting up
three,
3.
And then continuing the cigar at 8 in the morning in the hot tub again.
Mortifying individual.
Frightening way to wake up.
But the point is, what'd you buy with the contract money?
Yeah.
Do you have anything?
Honestly, haven't bought anything yet. Yeah, haven't bought anything yet. Just been super busy with this year trying to get things going here. So haven't done anything like that yet. I'll probably do something. I'm an experienced guy, so
I was gonna say, do you do and when the off season comes, do you do something?
Yeah, like this past off season, it was actually I was running a camp out in Germany. I through the PA linked me up with it, and me and my girlfriend went out and we spent at a military base. We spent a weekend in Germany, and then we went and then while we were out there, we stayed in Italy for a week and did some traveling and stuff like that. So I'm sure I'll spend it on like an experience or something like that.
Italy, best place.
Unbelievable, just unbelievable. Yeah, I'd never been overseas before, and it was really eye opening. Really cool to see just how people operate over there. So it was awesome.
Part of why everyone thought the Bears were going to be playing the Chiefs in Germany this year, I think.
I was really hoping for that. I
think the thing that stuck out when I went to London for the Bears-Raiders game in Tottenham, the thing that stuck out to me the most, like as a bricklayer, did that for a long time. It's well documented, but in Chicago, like when you fly over the city of Chicago, you see it's well documented.
By who?
By everyone. Okay. Just listen to me.
You can read about it in the newspapers.
Gosh, yeah. My guy's six Peach. He said, "Shut up, Hoge." All right, and I had to relay that message, so I got it right now. You got it, Six Peach. Now, what I'm saying is, when you fly over the city of Chicago, you see how structured the streets. And when you go to London or cities like that are older, that have been around much longer, they built the cities first and then had to figure out the roads second.
Yeah,
and here it's the opposite.
It's the opposite
That's
way.
The thing that stuck out to me.
No, that is interesting.
That's all I had to say. All right.
Great
I'll
grid.
shut up.
Yes.
No, I'll shut up.
Love our grid. Great grid here.
Oh,
Hoge's looking at me like, "Where are you going?"
But cobblestone streets.
but it's circular instead of square.
I mean, it's
yeah.
And the food's unbelievable.
Yes.
I mean, I ate so much food in Italy, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna be 275, and it's gonna be an issue. I came back 5 pounds lighter.
Look at that. You were moving around.
Isn't that unbelievable?
Walking,
that is a lot.
You're probably moving a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was that, and I just think because I guess there's no preservatives.
Probably healthier.
And, it's way cleaner.
Yeah,
so,
there's not
right.
Uncrustables.
gut was feeling good, all that stuff.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
Shout out Uncrustables.
Let's eat pure.
Yeah. They don't have. I don't know if I think Uncrustables might be illegal out there.
Did you do did you do the Amalfi Coast? Did we get that?
We did the Amalfi Coast. We did Rome. Amalfi Coast and Rome were the two places I hit
the
up.
Coliseum.
Yeah, that was sick.
That's intense.
That was really cool. Yeah, that was really cool.
You been?
No, I've not been in Italy. We went to Paris last year, but
the Coliseum is like go down there and someone's gonna die.
And then there's they found remains of really exotic animals because they do animal fighting. There was remains of a bear and giraffes, really crazy stuff.
Yep. I mean,
it's cool. I highly recommend.
wild. All right. Now we get to the fun stuff here. Sunnyside, your home for judgment-free cannabis shopping, a place where all kinds of visitors are welcome to explore, discover, purchase a wide array of high-quality products. Sunnyside is everything you need to elevate your football season, no matter where you are on your cannabis journey. Easy online ordering and in-store pickup. They make it nice and easy for you. Great, transparent loyalty program called Sunnyside Rewards. They're Illinois' favorite dispensary. House of Brands at Sunnyside includes Mindy's, Good News, Cresco, High Supply, Floracal, Wonder, and Remedy. And now through October 15th, you can head to sunnyside.shop. Use code CHGO25 at checkout for 25% off your total order. One use per customer, not stackable with other promotions. That's not only for new customers. Anyone can use our code. Pick up everything you need to elevate your football season. Again, that's code CHGO25 at checkout. You get 25% off your total order. Must be 21 plus or an Illinois Med Card holder.
And when you're going to Sunnyside, make sure you get fitted out in the best sports gear around. Hit up FOCO, F-O-C-O, and use the code CHGO on all non-presale items. Hoodies, shoes, signs, bobbleheads, and everything in between. It's still baseball season, playoff baseball season. Get your Aloha shirts, straw hats, polos, bags, everything you need for a game. Set decorations that have been provided here. You see here on the table and behind us. FOCO donated a few of those awesome pieces for our set, so go show them some love, and we'll continue to show them some love. Check out foco.com or click the link in the description below for all non-presale items. Use the promo code CHGO for 10% off.
I got a couple quick just football things. One of the big conversation points this week is that you guys are looking to hire a defensive analyst to help Flus with the defense in some way, shape, or form. Like, not the same thing for you, but like, can somebody come in at this point of the season and make an impact like that? Or how would that
I mean, I'm sure. I mean, if they feel like that, I think whenever you can bring in guys that kind of bring in a different perspective, aren't around the building and come in with a fresh eyes almost. I'm sure that's what they're aiming for on that, and I'm sure that'll bring benefit to those guys. And obviously, with our DC originally going down, and now Flus having to kind of do the head coach and call plays role. I'm sure that they're just looking for a fresh perspective on that, and that can. I feel like that can totally help for sure.
Did the Flus celebration in the locker room catch you off guard at all? Did you see him?
I didn't see it. No, I was a little late coming in. I had to do media out in the field, but someone said like there was.
I mean, the videos, like, he looked like he was having the time of his life. It was cool to see him that way.
That's great.
Dance moves, they were pretty funny.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know if there's a video. I gotta find it.
It's out there somewhere.
I can't imagine dancing.
Right? I was like, wow. It seemed like, I don't know.
It looked like Carm.
It felt like a big deal.
I was gonna say.
No, it was a big deal, man. I mean, it's been a while for us, and the guys that were on the team last year and going up through this year, like it's. Look, it's hard. These losses are hard, and every week, and it's hard when you're not winning. And like I said after the game, my initial emotion was just relief.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and I'm sure a lot of guys were feeling that way. So it was really cool, and glad we got that first one. And like I also said, we got a lot of ground to make up, but I'm confident that we can kind of start plugging away here.
Like, you legit sleep better now.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was going to ask you about the weekend. Did you, when you're off on a Sunday, do you sit there watching football games?
Yeah. So, I was planning to golf twice, but my body was just in shambles after the Thursday night game, so I had to cancel both golf outings, which sucked. But I just hung out, met up with some buddies for dinner on Saturday, so that was nice to kind of go out and do that. Kind of a mental break from everything for me, and then Sunday. I mean, how can you not watch football day? It is, when you watch it, I was talking to my brother about it, like, I mean, maybe because I'm in it and I go play at 12 o'clock at noon and then I'm done and then I just go home, and I kind of stay removed from it when I can. The spectacle of the NFL is unbelievable.
It is.
It is unbelievable.
Yep.
Like, you watch it, you're like, they own this whole day.
They do.
They own the whole day.
I watched Red Zone all of Sunday.
I mean, how can you not?
It was incredible.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
I'm like, this is great. I don't have to focus on anything. And literally every 5 seconds, something else it was awesome.
And then Monday, and then it's Monday night. It's like, holy, it's one thing after the next. It is crazy.
Well, especially Sunday, they had the London game too. So
right, it's all day.
You literally wake up. There's football on in 4 different windows from the time you wake up to when you go to bed. It's great.
It's unbelievable.
Hold on. Let me just go back to something you just said. Your body is in shambles. How long after a normal game until you feel like normal again?
Usually so if we play Sunday, usually by Thursday is when I feel better. Okay. So it's tough when you have the Thursday games. It's like you're like kind of just feeling better once the game starts.
Because I was firing away on Twitter on Thursday because there were so many guys were going down in that game.
Yeah, it's hard.
And I'm like, y'all care about player safety and all this stuff. It's like you're asking them to play on Thursday. And none of this is good for these guys. Like,
yeah, it's hard. I think at the end of the day, it just comes down to adjustments. And look, at like the league, they're going to continue to try and do primetime games as much as they can. Look, at the end of that's good for us too. So, but it's just a way of maneuvering around it. And I think obviously coaches want to get their practice reps in, but like there's gonna have to be a balance as more of these primetime games go, and when we have these quick turnarounds that you're gonna have to balance during the week. So, but yeah, it's hard. I mean, when you got to go from Sunday right to Thursday, it's a quick turnaround.
Is the benefit of having the weekend off after the game worth grinding through a Thursday game?
I love it. Yeah, I love it. Like I if you told me we had 3 Thursday games in a year, I'd be like kind of all for it. I mean, because we walk through the whole week, so we don't really practice. We'll do a little something. But you walk through the whole week, and then you get the whole weekend off. So it's nice. Yeah, I do like it. And then you get a fresh week going in, and it kind of just gives you a little mental break in the season.
It's like ripping the Band-Aid a little bit.
Yeah, like it kind of sucks while you're in it a little bit because you go right from the Sunday game, no days off, and you're grinding through it. But the benefit on the back end, I think, is pretty nice. I always
said when the schedule came out that I thought it was really interesting how they laid out the 2 Thursday night games. And then your bye week, I thought they were like
it's nicely paced out. Yeah, so we have 5 games, and the 5th game was the Thursday game. And I think our 10th game is the Thursday game, and then 2 weeks later we have the bye week. So I think that.
And after each layover, It's a division
opponent. Yeah. No, so that is nice. Yeah, it is very nice.
So your least favorite then would be Monday night?
Yeah, Monday night sucks.
Yeah.
Just because you wait all week. So you watch the Thursday game. You watch all the games Sunday. You have to wait all day Monday. You play Monday night, and then you have to quick back turn around to Sunday.
And
so it does suck.
Yeah. Yep.
See, that's the sort of the misconception I feel like is like there's just this assumption that everyone hates Thursday games, and like I don't think that's actually the case.
No,
but now they're starting to talk about doing these, and they already did it this year. They had 2 weeks where there was double headers on Monday nights, which is doubling the amount of
primetime viewership.
They have to play these Mondays,
Yeah.
and I think that's actually in some ways tougher for the reasons you're bringing up.
Yeah, no, I'd rather play. If you told me Thursday or Monday night, I'd pick Thursday night all day.
Sunday at noon's kind of nice too.
Sunday's. I love Sunday at noon.
All right, how much are we gonna miss Cole Kmet? I'm Cole Kmet. What the?
He's Cole Kmet.
Wow.
What
I'm Cole. How much are you gonna miss Khalil Herbert? Thank you. That's all right.
Yeah. Khalil. Well, just move on. We'll talk about. Don't do that to me.
24.
Yeah, don't do that to me.
24.
We're talking about Khalil. Yeah. Big time. I mean, he's really come on the past 2 weeks, and his running style has been awesome, and I love his mentality. I love
Khalil.
Oh, he's great. There was a run against the Broncos where he split. He found the seam of the hole, but he got tackled by the safety, and he could tell he was a little ticked off that he let a safety tackle him like that. But then if you watch the game on Thursday night, same type of deal happens. Boom, is able to cut back off the safety.
Yep.
But you knew that was in his head all week, and like that's cool to see when something like that happens, and he's able to break free and make the safety miss and get more yards after that. That was pretty cool.
I mean, the dude's 5'7", 5'6", and he's carrying 6 guys on his back.
He's a muscle hamster. He's a beast, man. He's great. He's great. I think he's a little faster than people think. He's a fluid runner, powerful, and he's got a good feel. I think he's got a really good feel for this offense and the run scheme we're trying to do. So, we're going to miss him, and hopefully he's able to bounce back here quickly.
Yeah.
Are you I know you're probably not in the O-line meetings when they're like going through run game blocks or anything, but there's got to be some crossover there. Like how much are like when I see Darnell Wright just train that guy, and just run him over.
Yeah, and that QB counter with Justin.
That cannot feel good if you're a DB just getting run over by that massive human being.
Yeah, it's awesome to see. I think that stuff's so much fun, and when you had a guy that's that athletic that can pull like that and do those things, it's just a lot of fun. So
the one where he came flying over to the right side and took that guy out.
Yeah,
was it a screen?
I think it might have been a screen.
And he just
was it when DJ got the ball? I can't remember, but I mean he's flying around all the time. I think that's his one thing is like he can almost get sometimes like too out of control at times because he's just throwing his body everywhere. But that's a great problem.
A lot of momentum.
It's a great problem to have if that's what we're talking about.
Well, and there was another one too where what didn't end in a huge hit, but I remember seeing on film there was one play where Nate Davis was like 20 yards downfield.
Yeah.
And like. It seemed like a blink in the eye. I was like, how did he get down there?
It's awesome. Yeah, when you see those guys covering like that, it's awesome. I mean, for me, a guy like myself, like I'm going to try and stay up when I catch the ball, and to know that they're kind of coming, knock you forward for another 3-4 yards, like that's a big deal.
You guys made the 4th and 1. Let's give it to Justin maneuver here, which takes you out of that for a second here. Are we happy with this adjustment?
Oh, the push, the Philly push, brotherly push thing that we were trying to do.
Yeah,
I mean. Well, we've been doing it on up tempo, so you kind of get them while they're tight a little bit. They can't sub, and it's just the easiest way to kind of go into it.
It looked good.
Hey, but it did look good. Yeah. Hey, but you could still see me under center here and there if we want to take a hit off Justin. So
all these fans think that play is going to get outlawed.
The push,
yeah.
But how do you outlaw it? Like, what about
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how.
And at the end of the day, like, I think this is just me, like. Philosophy of the NFL, like they want offense, and that promotes offense. So I don't see,
and why can't
I think they're okay with it because it continues the draw and it promotes points.
And why can't the defense just have the exact same formation on the mirror it?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I just think at the end, like I think it's a little like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's an advantage that obviously Philadelphia picked up on that you can do, and you got to have some dudes to do it. But I think at the end of the day, it promotes offense, so they're going to keep it around.
What if Reggie Bush is the one pushing?
Then it's illegal. Then it's illegal.
See, I just want you to know, I think I'm the only one in this city that likes when you go under center for the snake. Everyone hates that play.
Why not?
And
I
I'm
mean,
like, why put Justin there?
Well, it hasn't worked. It didn't work one
wasn't-
time.
yeah, it's the result.
But like we've done some cool things off of it, and
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
I
what you're
mean-
talking about.
yeah,
Last year in Detroit.
yeah,
year.
Detroit, like that was sweet. So, yeah, look, I mean, it didn't like I said this after, like it's cool when it works, and when it doesn't, it looks stupid because
Right. As
it's a
fans-
tight end taking a ball, but like it is what it is,
From
and
a
we know
fan
that.
standpoint, when a play doesn't work, we hate it.
Yeah, and that makes sense.
So don't.
That
when,
makes
when
sense,
When it
yeah.
doesn't work, don't do that again.
Yeah, right.
Unless it works, and then we're fine.
Yeah,
Only
right.
run the good plays.
Yeah, only run the plays that work. Yeah, right.
If you could do that, we'd appreciate that.
Yeah, I like that.
We got to get out of here, but we always end every show with super chats. We should probably fly through these.
What about the skyscraper guy?
Whatever.
Did you see
about
the
him?
skyscraper guy?
Great, yeah.
We can talk about that too.
Are you excited?
There's a guy
You were
You
climbing.
were telling me before, yeah.
Did you
look.
see this guy?
Am I supposed to show this now?
I don't care. No,
Okay.
you
All
don't
right,
have
so
to.
we were gonna
no,
do-
if you
okay.
want to ignore skyscraper guy,
No, it's
then
great.
do
It's
it.
going
I
on
don't
in the
care.
city here. Yeah, there's some dude climbing Accenture Tower.
This is what you guys are doing to Bears fans. We're so excited that
Yeah.
we're climbing
So
buildings.
we'll be right back.
Oh my
See,
gosh.
now that-
Did
now the
he?
video's
Was he
done.
wearing Bears garb?
I don't know.
Is he still going right now?
No. He got to the
I
top.
did send you some pictures, but that's
Whatever,
okay.
man. That's fine.
It's
it
all
doesn't
right.
matter.
I agree. I'm not sure what this has to do with the Bears show.
It has nothing to do with
Well,
the show.
we were-
Neither
we-
does Carm's tennis game.
But we were trying to get to Cole's doing wild things, which we covered, and we're good. I think
we're good on that.
We're good.
I'm just impressed by this the climber.
No,
To me, it's the talk of the
I
town.
was hoping it was
Good
you.
courage.
All right, Mr. Cub, D. Swanson 7. Bears go 13-4, Super Bowl champs. Who says no? Cole, looking forward to many home run swings. Bear down. CHGO crew is awesome.
I love
Is there
that.
anything that you get a greater rush from, by the way, in all sports when you catching a touchdown pass and getting to do that? I mean, can you compare that to anything else? Big strikeout, hitting a bomb. I don't know.
I'd say a home run, probably. Yeah, that same type of feeling you get when you get a home run. Yeah, that's probably the comparable feeling, I'd say.
It looks so fun.
It is fun. It is
Yeah.
fun. Scoring touchdowns is fun. It's fun.
Did you watch any of the baseball games yesterday?
I didn't know, not yesterday.
Just the ending of that
Oh my gosh.
Phillies Braves game was
Wild.
insane. It was like a great catch, and they doubled off Bryce Harper at first base.
Bryce.
To
Oh,
end the
really?
game.
To end the game.
Bryce
Yeah.
Harper,
Wow.
what are you doing,
Yeah.
bro?
That was,
I mean, the throw went to the third base side a second, went through
and
two,
got bobbled.
two cutoff men, and the Austin Riley, who hit the homer in the 8th, he gets the ball at third base and chucks it over there and gets him.
Yeah, and
Dang.
it was almost a
Wow.
home run. It was a great catch, dude. Just insane play.
yeah.
All right. Nevitz, $10 here. Guy on the left with the trophy behind him,
Carm.
whose name I don't know,
It's Carm.
talked about AI this week. Yeah, the artificial intelligence, we named it. Should probably.
Seacrumb, don't take this Seacrumb, like you don't take this personally.
Oh, he does.
Oh,
Yeah, I
no,
know,
no,
but don't.
no,
Like,
no,
it's
no.
okay.
Me and
I-
Carm get in a fight with the chat every day.
Like okay, so he's trashing you for your takes.
This town is just truly amazing.
I just think he's more bugged by the guy on the left who I don't
I
know
love
his
it.
name.
2 weeks ago, Cole, for the record, I had to come on here and say, do not boo Justin Fields if things go wrong on Sunday against Denver. He is the hardest working guy. He's a first class guy. I don't care if I like. Do not boo him. Now, if I don't say that Fields is going to be a top 5 quarterback in the league like tomorrow, I'm hating on him. So just. Justin's playing
But-
amazing.
but-
I'm rooting for him.
That's where we were at the start of the season, so everything's
God.
back to where it was supposed to be.
I'm like, yeah, no, I don't. He hasn't passed Patrick Mahomes yet. That doesn't mean I'm hating on him. He's on his way. He's playing great. I love what's happening.
That is so good.
We're always in a
The
fight
Duke,
with the chat.
the Duke chiming in, 49.99. Cole, you're a stud. Sorry you have to talk to this Carmel Catholic coach. Just kidding. Love you, Hoge. Good to see another Rich Viator grad on the
Oh
show.
wow, wow, that's something. Wow.
Duke's always
The Duke.
The Duke
Duke's
is
got money he throws around.
This is a $50.
Yeah.
that's $50. He'll
Wow.
throw like
He's throwing out
$200
like
post
four-
game
yeah,
sometimes.
he's
The Duke, man. The
$400,
Duke. We
yeah.
appreciate
the
it.
Duke's keeping us
You probably
employed.
know the Duke. The Duke's probably
It
like,
sounds like I do.
All right.
By the way,
We think it might be George McCaskey, but we're not 100% sure.
wait, I want to point this out though. Since CHGO started the hashtag Staying with Fields, hashtag I guess that would be 43 of 64, 67 percent completion percentage, 617 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 1 interception for a QB rating of 131.
what's
So
up?
it's all you guys.
That's what
He
it
did
is.
this. You're welcome.
Those are just facts right there.
That's nice.
And then I shaved my head last week, and you guys are 1-0 since then. So you're also welcome, Cole.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Also, well, let's give Cole some credit too. I think he has 3 touchdowns since officially joining CHGO.
Couldn't do it without the hashtag. So I appreciate it.
We're doing it. Look at what we're doing.
I mean, I LFG'd you right when on the touchdown last week.
Oh, that's huge, man.
I mean,
We want.
Let's
We
go.
would like
come on.
all of the
I mean,
credit
let's go.
and none of the blame.
No, that's where you should be.
I freaking loved it.
Garode here, €5. I'm starting to get this currency stuff down. You should see the amount of international fans we get on this show. It's
Really?
crazy. Yeah.
That's cool.
Brazilian,
He
Russian,
won
Israeli.
€250 on the Bears win and Kmet anytime touchdown.
There you go.
Thanks, Cole.
You're
There
welcome.
you go. Bear it out.
You're welcome.
And Mad Mike 999. Speaking of Ohio State, question to Cole Kmet: did you and Fields have a gentleman bet handshake on ND versus Ohio State?
We were trying to get something finalized. We never did. We were going to do a jersey, or so you got to wear the other team something, but we never got it finalized. Him and I, though, we stayed up all night watching that game. Yeah, that was a tough loss there at the end. So
That was brutal.
That was tough.
Sanborn's big into the Badger. I hear him talking about Wisconsin.
I'm sure he is.
Should
I'm
be.
sure he is.
His brother's on the team, too.
Yeah, I know, I understand. But, such a mediocre university. think you want to move on from that. Let's go, Hawkeyes.
How
Come
about
on.
your school?
That's
Which
what do you
one?
mean
I
with
don't know,
that?
Iowa or Northwestern, whichever one you're
Kev-
claiming today.
Cats are 3-3.
Oh no,
Kevin just said we're
you're a
gonna miss
bandwagon guy.
No. I'm not a bandwagon guy. I'm a deep heart underdog. Grew up 20 minutes from Wildcat land and was taken there. So I became a Cat fan,
Okay.
and then I went to Iowa.
One of those
So
snobby Evanston kids.
Wow.
It's worse.
Snobby Highland Park.
Highland Park.
If we're gonna
Snobby
go-
Highland
so, let's call it right. But we didn't have the 10-man landscaping crew. We only had the 4-man. I didn't have a glass backboard. We had a wood backboard. It was tough on my side of the street in
The
HP.
10-man landscaping crew, that's what the Notre Dame defense was in the last 2 plays.
Yeah, it was really unfortunate. Really unfortunate.
I mean, occasionally I had to mow the lawn myself. It was
There's no
tough.
school I hate more than Ohio State. So I don't care who they're playing. That made me not happy when that game ended the way it did.
I see you, Brenda.
Great job not going to Ohio State. I
yeah,
appreciate
no,
it.
Get Cole
I'm
out of
happy
here.
about that.
Yeah, we got to let Cole go. Appreciate everybody being here. Please hit.
Cole, if you want to stick around, we got Cubs in 15 minutes. I'm sure they'd like your takes on the Cubs.
He probably could just jump in
I
and
know,
be
you
a
could-
Cubs analyst.
Did they make the playoffs? Oh, no, they didn't.
No.
Did they sell anybody
Get
off for the
outta
future? No, they didn't.
He's a hater, certified hater.
Just get out of here. They made a nice run and fell short. They're on their way.
Stephen Haynes, like quick end of the show here. He always throws one in right at the end of the wire. 5 pound sterling, momentum building. Roll on Vikings, take the North. What?
Yeah, good luck to that.
What does
Love
that
it.
mean?
You're going down.
Wait, he's a Bears fan. Why is he saying that?
Roll the Vikings.
He's saying roll on the
roll.
Vikings.
Roll
Yeah.
on Vikings.
Momentum
Yeah, I know.
building.
Okay.
It's a big game this week. NFC North. Take care of it. Kevin Carlson, 1999, went to San Diego for a wedding this weekend. Watched the Bears win at this awesome Pacific Beach Bears. I've been to that bar. Solid weekend all around. Let's get another dub against the Vikings. Bears 31, Vikings 20.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
I was there with Northwestern for the Holiday Bowl. The Bears were playing the Vikings. I think it was the last week of the 2018 season. They were playing for seeding. I think the Vikings were trying to get in the playoffs. Whatever it was, I was at that bar that he's talking about. Packed to the brim of Bears fans
Really?
in San Diego. Just
That's pretty
like,
cool.
It was awesome. It was
That's
a really
awesome.
cool environment. So I know what he was talking about. All right, we're out of here. We'll be back tomorrow at noon. It should be a pretty busy day at House Hall, so we'll have all the news covered. Nicholas Moriano will be there covering it for us as well. We got Cubs coming up at 1:20. Hawks coverage coming all night from Pittsburgh. Our crew is out there. We got pre and post. So happy Connor Bedard Day. It should be a fun night of hockey. And stick with us here at CHGO. Make sure you subscribe. Check out the CHGO locker. Bragg's rocking the Meatball Island shirt today. It's there for you. And Cole's got one of our awesome sweatshirts on. So it's all there for you, CHGOlocker.com. Cole, thanks so much for being here today.
Appreciate you guys.
Good luck against the Vikings.
Go Blackhawks,
Let's get it done.
baby.
There you go. Talk to you tomorrow.
We all silly like the mayor.